So here we have the inside of the batch, and as I mentioned, there's been a leak, which I believe is from the flashing where the two roofs meet. They've got different angles, and it's still leaking. There's a wet patch down there, so it just hasn't been attended to. There's a funny little mezzanine bunk up there, and just a very basic kitchen. Nice log burner and hot water cylinder. And then this takes you to the outside bathroom. And as you can see, it's quite solid under here, and no sign of anything untoward. Just maybe a bit close to the soil at that end, so that at some stage would need to be dealt to. But other than that, as you can see at the end of that, the end of that joist there is looking a bit, well, it just looks like it's been damp at some stage. So that would need to be looked at. But otherwise, it's actually all pretty clean under here, and well built. I can't really show you much there without light. So we're underneath the deck here, so that's why this is all wet. The house is further on. Anyway, hopefully you can see enough. And there's approximately 5,000 gallon, I don't know what that is in litres, but 5,000 gallon water tank. And a relatively new water pump. And carrying on, we go down to a long drop with a view. So likely to be one of the first jobs is to put a septic system here. On average, that will cost you anything sort of from 20 to 40,000, depending on the size of unit. Obviously, for property of this size, you'd probably want to allow for five bedrooms, so you're better off getting a bigger unit that you need straight away. You only do it once. So yeah, the throne. And then this track takes you down to the footpath that takes you to Pearl Bay. I'm not going to walk all the way down, I'll just go partly down, and then I'll drive down. I'm sort of running out of time, it's at the wrong end of the day, so you've got pretty good neighbours here. I've known them for quite a lot of years. Good people. Ricky used to own a cafe on the island years ago. Quite a well-known character on the island. It was just him and his missus. So yeah, if you go down, literally just at the end of Oh, you can sort of... I've lost it, sorry. There's nothing distinguishing that I can tell you, but the path is basically right there. And so it's you turn right and it's approximately 2-minute walk to Pearl Bay Beach. So I'm just going to show you the boundary pegs as much as I can. So where that pipe is there is roughly, it does a sort of a dog leg. So it goes from here down to the other side of the car. And also start again. So where that stake is with the white top, just below that is the top boundary peg. So you've got 84 to the left of it and 86 to the right. You see they've put markers in to try and roughly show the boundary for 86. There's a string line goes through there with the white markers. And there's your tower there. So then that peg goes to the previous one I just showed you. Does a sort of a, this one here. So it comes straight over from that one, and then it goes down at an angle. To this one. And then this area that I'm walking on is a sort of shared driveway. And as you can see, so you got a fair bit of land here. So it comes from that pipe, and then it comes through. The neighbour's having some work done at the moment, so there's a bit of stuff around, but so the other peg is just the other side of that sort of mound of wood stuff, brush, and so the boundary from there roughly goes down parallel with the side of that garage. So all this area here belongs to 84. And I'll just show you where the peg is. Somewhere here. Oh, they've gone and buried it under the... It's... damn. It's roughly here, and then it shoots up past the car to that pipe, and then it goes down to the side of the shed there, which you can't see properly, but there it is. So maybe a metre to the other side of that shed is the boundary, and it runs from here at an angle, which you'll see on the aerials or the other one. They've gone and covered the peg, which is not helpful. Anyway, I'll sort that out. So there's the neighbouring house there. And as I say, the car is on the 84 section. So now I'm going to drive down to the bay. As I say, you can walk down, 2-minute walk on the footpath that comes from Waiheke, which is a public footpath, and the only way in by foot at the moment. There may be another track at some stage, but it won't have anything to do with this property. It'll be way over nearer where the entrance is. I think it was part of the requirements for him to subdivide. So we're just at the start of the concrete drive. It's fully concreted that goes down to the bay. Obviously you can use this for launching your boat or just bringing the family down or whatever, but yeah, principally you could do a sea legs down here or drive your boat and trailer down. Pearl Bay is a marine reserve, so you've got to go beyond the point to do any fishing. It's a tidal beach, so good swimming at high tide. You know, and either side of high tide is cool. After that, it gets a bit squishy between the toes, but it's fine. I've been down here heaps with the kids. It's a lovely place to come to. It's quieter, especially in the summer when it gets busy everywhere. This place is nice and secluded enough to keep people away. Sold this one, it's got to be about 8 years ago now. Very different now to what it was. It was a little old shack, yeah, he's done a very different job here. So this one on my left here is the one that sold recently for $1,750. Nothing flash, but it's on the beachfront, and they've done, so it's a little old batch that's been here for a long time, and then they've put some cabins on and made quite a nice sort of entertainment area, but otherwise it's pretty basic and perfect for swimming right now. Wow. So these houses on the end there's 3 of them. They're owned by farmers from Clevedon. They come over high days and holidays, lots of grandkids and whatever. There's no real permanent residents down here, but most of them visit pretty regularly. Wow, look at that. There's one lady down towards the end of this part of the beach. She comes quite often, semi-permanent I would say. And then you've got this one, as I say, I sold a few years back. He comes over pretty much every weekend, Friday through to Sunday. He's a barrister in town, nice fella. Well, I thought it was going to be raining all day today, so we've pretty much lucked in, haven't we? Look at that. Like I say, the property is really about what you can do with it and what it offers you. You know, you've got seclusion, privacy, all of it really. and you got this on your doorstep. So obviously the property is not well, frilly around the edges, you might say, but it's about what you can do with the land, not looking at the building as it is now. But it does give you a decent footprint, and there's enough area there to make something really nice. So we're back at the top of the concrete drive, and these are the sections to my left. I'll try. So these sections are the ones that I believe are around 950. He may want more by now, I don't know. He seems to put the price up every time I talk to him, but so these are the ones that the landowner who provided the right of way, these are the ones that he subdivided. So there's 4 or 5. We sold one, and he sold one himself. But as you can see, they got expensive views, really lovely, but they are extremely steep, and so building on any of these sections, you will be in for quite a serious geotech cost. I'll take you here and I'll try and give you an idea of the lay of the land. This is one of the better ones. It's actually got a bit of an area already formed, which is good enough for parking, but you can see it. So there's the barrister's house just there. I can't see much at the moment. If I can zoom in, yeah, so that's where we were. That's the barrister's house, and you can see the quite steep sections. Yeah, you're going to get a bit of, generally what the geotech want you to do is you have to have retaining at stages up the section to make sure that you won't get any slips. I won't show them all to you, but that gives you an idea. And as I say, this is probably the better one in terms of it's got a bit of a flat area at the start. The others all pretty much fall away straight off. Each section's got a 10-metre gap between them. You see just over there's the peg for the boundary corner. Yep. And now we'll just drive to the gate. And this road is all part of the private road. Hang on. So yeah, there's a sort of body corp sort of agreement between all those with the right of way, and you pay, I forgot what it is, 600 and something per annum, and that goes towards the upkeep of the road, which includes a certain amount of like weeding the edges and what have you. So it's a metal road from the gate to the house, and then you've got the concrete down to the bay, which is the steep part. And there you go. Here we have the lower bedroom. As you can see, there's a wet patch up here where previously there's been a leak upstairs. You can just see through there. So obviously that window or whatever has leaked over time, or there's something going on there. Again, it's not fully lined. That's the power box for your lighting. I won't turn it on today, but at least you can see what's here, can't you? If it's not lined, you can see. But there's obviously been some water leaks over time. And there's a power board there. Steps need attention. Got quite a nice little area here with an open fire. Your boundary goes way beyond. So this area, including where that car is, there's a car there. So that area where the car is and beyond these tanks, there's some water tanks there, all belong to this property. So you've actually got quite a nice building area here, which is relatively good contour. And that rock out there is called Passage Rock, same name as the local vineyard. The local vineyard's the same name. Quite a good sized deck. There's an odd little arrangement here for the washing machine. But I'm sure you could do better than that. So this is the view from the top deck of the tower house. They've all got, both buildings have got power to them. I haven't turned it on for purposes of air, but as you can see, it's not fully lined. And they've got a shutter arrangement, so which I would take off, but for whatever reason they've got shutters on it, and they're a bit too heavy for one person to handle on your own. It's got a wraparound deck. As you can see, these are the shutters. As I say, they're a bit heavy and cumbersome. I'm not entirely sure of their purpose, but anyway. Same there. As I say, the deck wraps so you can walk right around. entrance to the property. To our right we have the vacant section of number 86. As you can see, it's quite a steep section, whereas the 84 is a lot easier contour. So we've had a fair bit of rain, so it's going to be might be a bit slippery in places. And this is what's called the tower block, which is basically 2 double bedrooms, one on top of the other. I'll just show you inside. We're just at the entrance of the property in the parking area.